Right. Okay, good morning, Mr. Lozano.
Good morning, Your Honor.
We have your client, so court calls the case of State of Texas versus Ismael Barroso, 2023-0C08734. We did receive your waiver of arraignment, but we set this for a pretrial to see what's going to happen.
Yes, Judge, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is tied to a felony case. We did have a discussion with the court today because we were scheduled for a motion to suppress, but they had to move it because of the Walmart hearing that they're going to have. And so there's just no way to they weren't able to fit that in, Your Honor. Again, I believe this is one of those charges where I'm asking the prosecutor to consider dismissal to be used as an extraneous. He has a pretty serious drug cases pending out of that case. And so, but if not, Judge, I'm kind of stuck here because I'm going forward on the motion to suppress out of the felony court.
Okay. Do you have a date for that yet?
No, Judge, that's literally happened this morning. I think it'll be filed and, at least not that I have, Judge. I haven't checked it, to be honest with you. I don't want to lie, but it should be moved sometime today if it hasn't been moved already out of the 409.
Okay. He already has 170 days credit on this. So I wanted something done, but I guess we'll wait till after your suppression hearing.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, again, I just, this is more for the prosecutor than for the court judge, but I do ask them if they would at least consider that. And that way we can maybe not have to come back on the misdemeanor for this one, Judge.
Okay. Adam, do your notes show anything?
I don't, I guess I haven't explored the felony notes in detail, Judge, but I was going to let counsel know if I could, of course, do like a credit for time served recommendation. I don't feel comfortable letting it go just yet, just because I'd like to see all the cases resolved at once, Judge. And so at this time, that would be the state's recommendation is credit for time served.
Okay. Then Rihanna, if you'll keep tabs on the suppression on the felony, and then we'll revisit this case right after that.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You don't have anything else, Mr. Lozano, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it. Have a nice day.
You too. Good morning, Mr. Bombada.
Good morning, Judge.
What do you have?
Rios.
Rios. All right. Alex, if I can have Alexandra Rios, please. Okay, court calls the case of State of Texas versus Alejandra Rios, 2020-C04009. We're here for a pre-brevo. What says the state?
Adam Chevrier for the state, ready to proceed.
And the defense.
Gabriel Bombada standing in for Mr. Brian Livingston on behalf of Ms. Rios. Ready, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have a recommendation, Mr. Chevrier?
Yes, Judge. The state's recommendation is 100 days to resolve the motion to adjudicate. It looks like she has, what I can tell, 60 days. I think that's credit. I think that with the sheriff's 2 for 1, I think she might have it, Judge.
All right. Mr. Bombada, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I'd want to make sure that wouldn't mess with any of her felonies. She's set for arraignment, but the arraignment is off until the end of February. So we do want to try to get this resolved beforehand, or at least to the reach out to the felony prosecutor beforehand to see if we can get an offer. I guess what I would ask the court to do would be to set us, in a couple of weeks. That way we can try to get this resolved and try to get her out.
Okay, will a couple of weeks suffice?
I believe so, Judge.
Okay, then we'll set you for another pre-revo in a few weeks. Is that all you have?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. I think we have one more on the docket. Let me see whose it is, and maybe I can interface with them to figure out what we need to do.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I don't think you have anybody else.
Oh, well, okay, sounds
That
good.
other case was reset.
Perfect. Okay, that's what I was looking at. I was like, oh God, I gotta see whose that is.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Ramada. We'll see you
Thank
this
you.
afternoon.
Ms. Pages will be there this afternoon.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have anybody else in the waiting room.
I'll call Mr. Parra, Judge.
Para, Mr. Perez, and Ms. Lerma.
They're asking Ms. Lerma to sign in.
All right, thank you. When I was in my office, I was able to log on to the Wi-Fi. And this still shows it connected, but it's not coming up on my phone. So we may want to make sure that's working before Adam comes up here in the afternoon.
Yes, ma'am, I'll ask if there's any outages.
Yeah, I had a little notification earlier about the Wi-Fi, but I didn't read it and then it went off.
Judge, Mr. Parra should be logging on shortly. And as far as Mr. Robert Perez, I understand that he's in federal sentencing on 2 cases that were both set at 11, according to his office, Judge.
Okay, let's see if he can make it.
Judge, we got a full month until our next county holiday. I'm kind of just a little depressed about it.
Are you, Mr. Chevrier?
Especially after having all these holidays, you know.
Right? We're lucky enough to have almost once a month,
Yes. Yes.
except for a couple of months.
Yeah, I think it's like August and May, I'm trying to think, August.
Sometimes I think April, some years.
Okay.
When we have an early Easter, we
Hmm.
don't, we skip April.
Okay.
But I see you have those months memorized.
I'm very grateful. I'm grateful, very grateful to the county commissioners, Judge. They're quite generous.
I think you froze there for a little bit.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm very grateful to the county commissioners, Judge. They're quite generous.
Yes, they are. And when you become one, maybe you can throw in a few holidays
In August.
on those months. Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you know, we are very lucky. I mean, I've like with the feds and other people, like they don't get, like I had a friend over at the feds, she was working the day after Thanksgiving. I'm like, I was surprised she even had to show her face, you know?
Yeah. There's Mr. Para and Miss Lerma. Annex, if I can have Alexander Arredondo, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Para.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Alexander Arredondo, 2023-0C06302. We're here for a pretrial. First thing we need, Mr. Parra, is a waiver of arraignment, please.
Understood, Your Honor. And I thought we had gotten that signed and forwarded to the court, Your Honor, but if
And
we
not
haven't, Judge.
received.
Okay.
I know he has 2 felony possession cases, but those aren't scheduled until June. He already has 240 days credit on this case, so we wanted to see what you want to do.
And Your Honor, the issue with that, Judge, is we've been reaching out to Mr. Villanueva and the 346, haven't heard back, Judge, but I do think this is something that we could dispose of, possibly even set for a plea in anticipation of those being disposed of as well, Judge. Absolutely no reason for Mr. Arredondo to be in there pending that answer.
All right, do you think, how long before you think the felonies are going to be disposed of?
Well, Judge, it's my intention to continue haunting the 7th floor the rest of this week, Judge. I would say a week.
All right, is the theft going to go away or are you going to plea on it?
I expect that some of the cases would go away, Judge, and what I had reached out is with the intention of the felonies going away with any pleas to the misdemeanor.
Okay, then, Mr. Chevrier, if you will forward plea papers to Mr. Parra, and as soon as we get those back, we'll schedule it.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and we'll be seeing you soon, Mr. Arredondo.
All right.
Okay.
Do you show anything different, Mr. Chevrier?
Let's see, credit for time served, 24 I thought, at least the rec that I'm seeing as of September, I thought this case was going to get dismissed with a 1244A credit for time served on the felonies. That's the rec that I'm seeing, at least from September. But I don't know. There might be an updated rec that I don't know about.
And Your Honor, what we had reached out, well, obviously in hopes of avoiding the felony conviction, is a count of 1244B, or at least a plea to these cases with a dismissal of the felonies, Judge. But I do expect that answer.
Okay,
In case of
then
disposition.
we will either do a plea in a couple of weeks or another pretrial.
Understood, Your Honor, but I'll have that answer, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Annex, if that's all you have, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Downtown, good morning. May I have Gerardo Gamboa Lozano?
Good morning, Your Honor. He's right here.
Thank you. And we're going to have to turn on the interpreter function. Good morning, Ms. Nayola. I
Good
am
morning, Your Honor.
turning it on now.
Okay.
So everybody pick your language. Good morning, Ms. Lerma.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Court calls the cases State of Texas versus Gerardo Gamboa Lozano, cause numbers 2024-0C00149 and 2024-0C00176. We're here for a plea. What says the state
Adam Chevrier for the state, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
and the defense?
Veronica Teresa Lerma, Your Honor, for the defendant who is appearing by Zoom in the gallery. We are ready.
You are Gerardo Gamboa Lozano.
Sí, su señoría.
If you'll raise your right hand, solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Lo juro.
Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Gamboa Lozano?
No, soy ilegal, soy mexicano.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Have you discussed the immigration consequences of a plea of guilty on this case with your lawyer?
Pues sí me enseñó los papeles y todo, pero no me los tradujeron en español. No sé lo que firmé como 10 hojas, pero no sé lo que estaba firmando, porque no me lo tradujeron.
Ms. Lerma, have you told Mr. Gamboa Lozano whether this case is deportable or not?
Yes, Your Honor, I did advise him that it comes with consequences under Padilla, that it would be, that he would be deported, he would be negated entry into the United States in the future if he was to return, and he could only return under legal presence means.
All right. Mr. Gamboa Lozano, do you understand that?
Sí, su señoría.
And knowing that, are you sure you wish to enter your plea of guilty today?
Sí, su señoría. Ya lo que quiero es regresar a México.
All right. Charged with the offense of evading arrest alleged to occur December 22nd, 2023 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
¿Culpable?
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 20 days plus court costs with credit for all time served. I understand your other case is going to be dismissed. Is that correct, Mr. Chevrier?
That's correct, Your Honor. I'm sending it to the court coordinator right now.
All right. Anything further, Ms. Lerma?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. You may be excused. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I excused Mr. Parra, and I didn't realize he still had Blanca Curtis.
He's
So-
still on, Judge.
Is he? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Downtown, if I can have Blanca Curtis, please. There
Here,
we
Lawyer.
I have a Bianca Tello. Is that the same person?
Yes, sir, it is.
Wait, just give me 1 second. She's in the female floor. I have to go upstairs.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll stand by, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. When do you go on your cruise, Adam?
January 29th.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I'm I'm a little nervous because I'm taking my kids and stuff, but I think it'll be okay. I've got my parents coming and they have like some, daycare services on the ship and stuff. So I think between my parents and the daycare stuff, I think we'll make it. Um, but yeah, I'm just kind of going like this, Judge, just praying nobody gets sick, or if they get sick right now and get better.
How old is your youngest
He's 2, almost 3,
and your oldest?
11.
Okay. Mm,
Yeah, so I think it'd be good. I
Yeah.
paid extra for us to go see the dolphins. They've got a little like dolphin, petting thing. Probably
Uh-huh.
not the most ethical thing, but
Where are you going to?
uh it's gonna be out of Galveston. It goes to like Cozumel and somewhere in the Yucatan Peninsula area.
Okay. It'll be nice, a good break,
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
nice little getaway.
Yeah.
Are your kiddos excited?
Yeah, they are. They are. I think they have like a 24-hour ice cream machine, and 24-hour pizza bar.
Oh my goodness.
And so my kids, my kids are planning on utilizing those services.
I'm sure you may need more than your parents and daycare.
I know. I know. Well, I invited my in-laws. I offered to pay for my in-laws too, but they declined. But
Smart people.
Your Honor, this is Miss Bianca Tello.
Thank you. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Blanca Theo Curtis or Curtis Theo, cause numbers 2024-0C00120, 2024-0C00122, and 2024-0C00167. We're here for a pretrial. Ms. Curtis is not booked on any of these, but she's booked on a FFJ warrant out of Arizona. It says the state
Adam Chevrier for the state, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
and the defense.
Honorable Parra, Your Honor, from Misterio, also ready, Judge?
Do you have a recommendation on the 3 cases, Mr. Chevrier?
Judge, I can have one up before the end of the morning. I apologize, I don't have one right at this moment.
Okay. Mr. Parra, what is she? Do you know anything about the FFJ out of Arizona?
No, Your Honor, just she has a pending charge. I will let Your Honor know that she does reside with her husband in El Paso, so I don't think there's any concern about a flight risk. And it's also my understanding it's not a major accusation, Judge, and that it's something that should be resolved fairly soon. Her husband, Matthew, has provided a non-prosecution affidavit, I believe, has been forwarded to the state, but is also letting me know that he should have some attorney out there for me to be in touch with soon, Judge.
Okay. Do you think they're going to actually pick her up or?
I don't know, Judge. They might. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't.
Okay. All right. Then we will set this for another pretrial unless she manages to take care of that and gets out on her bonds. And please have a recommendation up by then, Mr. Chevrier.
Yes, Judge, I will definitely do that.
Okay. Then if there's nothing further, you may be excused, Mr. Potter.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you. And Ms. Teo will be in touch soon.
Yes, sir.
So the only one we have left is Mr. Huerta. But his lawyer is in federal court on two matters. So I don't think he's going to be joining us this morning, and instead of having everybody wait around, we will go ahead and reschedule Mr. Huerta because he's out on bond on our case as well. So we will reschedule him for another time. Downtown, please let Mr. Huerta know that we'll have to, his lawyer was in federal court, so we'll have to reset this matter.
Yes, ma'am, no problem. I'll let them know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Everybody may be excused.